Hello everybody and welcome back to Formula Virtual Racing. We are back for another season, yes, another trip around Brazil. Of course, we finished the season off here last year where Jack Redmond was crowned the Drivers' Champion, but we're back for qualifying for the opening round of the season. New opportunities, new chances, but one thing that never changes is the man joining me in the commentary box. How are you doing, Brendan?
I'm doing very good, and yourself?
I am quite good. We had a slight delay in getting the stream started, but we're all good now. Sam Davis Day currently starting the season like he started all the others on a more positive note. Currently in P1, Yassine Sadifi in second, Marcus Sarl third, Legend Rosenberg fourth, Tyler Davison fifth, Liam Redmond. Yes, you heard that correctly. We have two Redmonds for tonight. This is Liam Redmond currently in sixth position. Sam Kift making his third FEO appearance, hasn't finished a race, looking to do that tonight. Brady Pollock currently in 8th, Chloe in 9th, Jerome Mullet 10th, Borpune on his main driver debut in 11th, Liam Lampard 12th, Adrian Tice 13th, and last season's champion Jack Redmond in 14th position.
Well, you might get one other driver who wants to, has time now to join. So,
would that be Aaron McFall?
No, it would be, a person who would be the opposite in terms of height.
It is Lewis McWilliam, the Aston Martin driver. His seat's currently taken, but he can slot in another one.
Well, yeah, two racing points.
Yeah, don't worry, with Lewis, he'll go in whatever car he wants, and then the points Jerome will score will go for the other team, and the points he'll score will go for Aston Martin. And if you could invite Lewis, that would be nice. And it's currently a Williams 4-5, both Williams improving to 4th on the grid and 5th on the grid. And look at that pace. Where's that one come from? That is a absolute magnificent lap for the Williams driver. Things going very, very well at this start of the season. Of course, Tyler joining Williams after a very positive end to the season with Racing Point.
Well, yes, he has become a bit of a P3 merchant.
He has, but he does have to do a little bit more to improve. Legend. Oh, I think that was a disconnect for Legend. Quite possibly. Brady stopped on the track in a very awkward position there. Sam is hoping Sam can't I don't know what I'm saying because I read the chat message. Aaron's hoping that he gets to join in 8 minutes. Of course, there's no AlphaTauri representation, and that's Yassine on the top of the timing sheets. Didn't notice that one, but he has got up there. Jack Redmond, currently on a lap on a set of softs, was not very confident heading into this race, but I think he is a little bit more confident now due to finding a bit of pace. So we'll see what the Irishman can do. Of course. Thank you to everyone who we will see. Someone asked, will we see live streams of the Prospect League? Hopefully at some point. It wasn't yesterday, but hopefully at some point we do find someone to do. And for, of course, the Formula Virtual Racing Academy as well. Sam Davis Day is currently on a hot lap, going through and into Yunsao. We won't get any Is That Glock moments, as it's the first race of the season, not the last, but we'll wait and see. Sam, bit of a slide in the exit there of Yunsao. This one's not going to be an improvement, I don't believe, but he's going to give it all he's got. No, he's not going to give all he's got, and he's going to opt for the pit lane instead. What's his teammate doing? His teammate hasn't validated that lap because it's only a 109.3.
Well, this is, in if you're to be considered a very strong lineup, considering this is P1 and P1 and like P.
You've gone very echoey all of a sudden.
In the
that's better.
P3 in the championship. So, well, these two have been stalwarts of FVR, so be interesting now. See what can they actually do. Obviously, Jack's going no line, and then Sam will be able to try and take back his title. He's got a fairly good opportunity to do it now.
Yeah, and another thing is, of course, we will have the transition from F1 2020 and F1 2021 on this, of course. So you could see people like Sam and you could see people like Tyler at the top of the timing sheets. Come to F1 2021, Adrian Tice could be winning races left, right and centre. Borpune could be up there. So we will wait and see. Lewis is here now. He's in the Renault, but of course his points will go towards Aston Martin. He's teammates with Legend. Aston Martin, of course, in a Racing Point, only for a few weeks, and then they'll be in the Aston Martin.
I have one question. Where does Jerome's points go to? Just a Renault?
Jerome's points will go to Renault/Alpine.
Well, yeah, Renault, there's Alpine Racing Points, there's Aston Martin.
Tyler has improved. It's not enough to improve a position, but it is an improvement to 106.994. Quite a decent lap for Tyler Davison there. Legend needs an invite. That will only be 1 second. And Jack commenting that there is 2 Redmonds. That is correct. They've multiplied. Of course, we've never had the same surname race before, but we did have someone with my name race, and I mean exactly.
Yeah,
which was creepy. I'm not revealing my name. Everyone knows it at this point. As there's a lot of traffic in the middle sector. Tyler is lucky Mr. Lewis Lampard was not on a lap, because that would have been a penalty for blocking. Lewis was going slowly though, so I imagine. Sam Kift, True Yun Sao.
Who's even out of the pits?
Lewis isn't, Lewis Lampard.
Oh, right. My bad.
Here comes Sam Kiff's DRS active for the Ferrari, of course, reserve driver, across the line. Where's he going to go? P6 for the Britain. That is a nice lap, and slots in just behind the Williams of Chloe Glennon, who is in a very solid P5 at the minute. That's an excellent lap. Of course, there is still top drivers to set times. I'm sure Borpune can improve. Adrian is on an outlap, and he's taking a very high bank angle through that final corner. He's hooked to the right hand side to get the best run down into turn 1. Of course, many incidents can happen at turn 1, and there's people feeling they're braking, just like Mr. Liam van der Weldon did yesterday in the first race of the Formula Virtual Prospect here. He had an awful feature race. He had what is believed, if it was real life, to be a 200G impact. He went over a car on the main straight. As Adrian's backed out of that lap. That's an odd one. Our graphics must be a bit broken. He's going to have to be careful, because Brady Pollock is just behind Sam Davis-Day, moving very late to get out of the way, but he did get out of the way, so no penalty will come for that one. Of course, Brady got 1 podium last season and 1 podium in Season 2. The Season 2 one coming at this track, and the Season 3 one coming in the Principality of Monaco. It was a 1-3 for McLaren that day, and it was very nice. He's up by 0.7 of a second. Rui Yun Sao gets the power down. So the Mercedes engine roar to the line. Where's it going to be for Brady? Got to be P5. Excellent lap. That is a 107 flat. Almost exactly flat, and he has just slotted himself in between the 2 Williamses with 1:39 to go. Sam's just started his lap. Marcus is currently 1/10 of a second up. That will not be enough for pole position, and it is a 106.4 for Yassine Salifi, or Sadfi, who is currently on the provisional pole. Jerome's retired. He's going to start in the medium compounded tyres. Here comes Marcus Stoll. It's an improvement. It's not good enough for pole position, and he's taken to the wall. He can do that.
That's one way to preserve tyre life.
He's miles off the track, so it's okay. Sam Davis-Day now, next man challenging to take pole position here in Brazil. 106.5 is current time. He needs just under a 10th improvement, as Brady has retired. The Mercedes starting off the season well in 3rd and 5th. Here comes Sam Davis-Day, heading up towards Yun Sao. Needs a very good exit out of this corner. He didn't get a good one on his previous lap, but he's got a much better one now. Heading towards the line. Sam Davis-Day, DRS activated. Holds to the left-hand side. Is it good enough for pole? Yes, it is. 106.398 for Sam Davis-Day. This man never drops pace. Season 1 on the podium multiple times. Season 2, Drivers' Champion. Season 3, second place. And he starts off Season 4 with a provisional pole position. Although you've seen, if our timers are correct, I doubt they are because they don't ever seem to be, he's not going to get another lap in, but I think our timers are incorrect because there's a lot of people on outlaps and I don't think there's that many people who'd misjudge it. Yassine takes the high bank angle and down towards turn 1. Yes, he's started his lap, braking at about out of the 50-metre board through these famous Senna S's and onto the Retroposta. This is what could be the lap to take his first ever pole position. Hangs to that left-hand side. He is up on his time. He's not up by enough. To turn 4. Heading up towards 5, 6. Carries a lot of speed through there, 6th gear. Jose Alfa Romeo won the Formula Virtual Racing Academy race yesterday, and he's racing up. Showed great pace in that Grand Prix, always shows good pace, very fast driver.
Oh no, seems like Legend won't be able to join.
Oh, that's really unfortunate for Legend Rosenberg. But Yassine Sadfi is not up by enough. Did he get a better exit out of Yunsao? Hangs to the left-hand side. This is going to be very close for pole position. Here comes the Alfa Romeo. Hangs to the left-hand side. It's a pole for Yassine. No, it's not. Sam Davis-Day will start from pole. Can Tyler do anything to snatch a position or two? He needs 2/10 to beat Marcus Howell. Doesn't take the grass option through Yunsao. But he just get a roll! Oh, no! And that's a mistake, and that's going to cost him any sort of improvement. And that is Liam Redmond invalidated as well. Agent Tice also invalid, so that is qualifying. Nobody will improve. Jack saying a strategical 12th. No, Jack, you've no confidence on the line, and that's why you're 12th. Now, that's a joke, obviously. Jack is a very good driver.
Well, I mean, medium to soft can be OP.
It can, and I confirm I did it yesterday in the Formula Virtual Racing Academy race. It was very good. Oh, sorry, I thought there was a disconnect. Doesn't he retire? Here is your full crit then. Sam Davis-Day on pole position. Starts last season. Starts this season, apologies, just like he started last, with some very great pace. Look how close the gap is. Heading at the top of the grid, the front row separated by 0.02 of a second. Marcus Howell in 3rd position, Tyler in 4th, Brady 5th. Oh, he starts in 6th with a best ever qualifying result since season 1. Sam Kift will start 7th, Liam Redmond 8th, Legend 9th, Jerome 10th, Adrian 11th, Jack 12th, Borbune 13th, Lewis Lampard 14th, and Lewis McWilliam 15th.
We won't get Eric Buffon or Legend in, so it might be not the greatest day for AlphaTauri, and it won't Aston as well. They're missing one driver.
Ooh, that's a very dull sky here in Brazil. I wonder, will we get some wet conditions? We haven't had a wet F4 race, a full wet F4 race, since Austria last season. That was the opener. Of course, we've had little patches here and there. Nothing major. We had a little patch in Australia, but the full, over 75% rain was a season ago. Brendan, it's this time again, and I have to ask, who do you fancy for the win today?
I'd say, I think sometimes it's going to go pretty much swinging and try to get a win straight off the bat.
Didn't get one last season, of course. Which I think if he did get one, that would have helped his favourite very nicely in the Drivers' Championship. But here he is, formation lap now. Sam Davis-Day.
Let's see, tyres. Mediums for everyone outside the top 10, and Wallace Jerome.
Yes, Jerome, of course, strategically qualifying in 10th on the mediums. Of course, they'll be a little bit more worn than those of Adrian, Jack Borbune, Lewis Lampard and Lewis McWilliam. But, yeah, Legend has not joined back. Yeah, we'll give him one more invite just in case, but I don't think he will be joining back. Of course, after the race, you will be able to catch all the top podium reactions alive here on the YouTube channel, and possibly on the Instagram. And of course, make sure to follow the Instagram, Formula Virtual Racing, for plenty more content. It is a lot of content on there, and I'm sure you will enjoy. But in terms of this Grand Prix, this is going to be an interesting one. Marcus will, it's his return after a full season of Formula Virtual Racing. His last Grand Prix, the FIR Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Season 2. Hasn't raced since then. But we are all dying to see what he can do once again. The only Norwegian man ever to set foot in an FIR grid. The only Norwegian man to ever set foot on an FIR podium. Hasn't won a race. Has 4 career pole positions. We'll be waiting to see what he can do. Plenty more amazing talent below the field. Is that Adrian Tice who's disconnected as well? No, he was just a ghost. Here we go. Oh, the 2 Lewises starting at the back of the grid. We line up for the first time in Season 4. As we said, new opportunities. New chance for everyone. Lining up on the grid. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights for the first time. We'll have a start light glitch. Oh, we've had a jump start as just Legend has joined. He will get penalised. We go racing in Brazil. Sam Davis-Day gets a good start, but look at Yassine.
Well, Brady and Tyron will be battling. Time's been compromised by Brady, and it's probably Brady going to get past.
Brady get a good start, goes to the left hand side of the Williams at Davison. Brady does get the position. Oh, he's hit him! He's hit him. And now side by side into turn 5. Apologies, my mic cut out at the start there to get it back. Legend leads this race, but he will be penalised for the jump start because he did get out in front of everyone else. Battling between Lewis Lampard and Jerome Muller. Jerome, of course, on the mediums. That's not Lewis Lampard, that's Liam Redmond. He is battling. Oh, Legend has gone. Oh no, I think he's letting everyone through. He's letting everyone through because he did jump the start. That is brilliant sportsmanship by Legend. He will not get penalised now after that because that is brilliant sportsmanship.
I think he's just slotting back into his original grid spot.
He has, he's slot back into 8th. Very good sportsmanship. The 2 Williams have held position. Sorry, Tyler is down 1 as they're battling now. Down into turn number 1. The 2 racing points getting very close as Borpune has fallen to the back of the grid. But he's going to try to get past Lewis Lampard. Sam Davis-Day holds the lead now. 3/10 of a second ahead of Yassine. Legend trying to go up the inside of Adrian Tice. Adrian on the mediums. They're going to be side by side as we head towards turn number 5. Legend has got the position and is now up 1 from his race starting position. Of course, he did get the jump start, but he did let everyone through because he didn't get penalised for it. Adrian and Jerome now. Jerome is trying to follow his teammate through for today. Yes, he does get the move done, and Jack has got the move done on his fellow Redmond. The 2 Redmonds side by side. We head round towards Yunsao. Does the McLaren edge get the position? Yes, he does. Really good racing from both the Irishmen there. And that is Liam Redmond ahead of Jack Redmond. I'm going to be saying that a lot today, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, we're going to hear about 20,000 times, yeah, as well.
Yes.
And you can say it again.
Because here is Jack Redmond going around the outside of his name compatriot, and he's got it done. Sam Kiff's going to look to try get past the Williams for P6. Goes to the right hand side, does the Ferrari around the outside, can't get it, and that is no. Contact, and there goes a front wing for Sam Kift, and that lets Legend through, and he is going to probably gain another position on the Williams. I don't know who to blame for that, but I think it was a little bit aggressive by both.
Oh, it did seem like we came across slightly over to the right. It might. See, I want to do them slightly more on somebody. It might be something of a 60-40% ratio.
Yeah, I'll have to, we'll have to, the stewards will investigate that one after this Grand Prix, but it has been an interesting start around Brazil. Great race to start the season with.
Oh, Bonnie's tapped the back, Jerome.
Legend as well, and the other racing point getting involved in it. Legend Rosenberg activates the DRS on the DRS, and he's going to go for the inside. Is he going to defend this one? Probably is. Gonna try hold it round the outside, and no, Legend has nailed the braking, and they've almost made contact, but that is Legend who's nailed the braking there, and got the move done. He will now be hunting after the Williams' teammate Tyler, who has set a purple sector 1, and is catching on Brady Pollock.
So Sam and Jerome are battling. And
that's Sam going up the inside of Jerome, and he's pushed Jerome off the circuit side by side. Not going to end well, but it is going to end well for Jerome Muller, who gets the position, and it looks like Adrian Tice could go for something on Sam Kiff now. Sam Kiff makes a defensive move into that corner. Good driving from both the Ferrari powered cars, of course one being the Ferrari. First penalty of the day. Lewis Lampard down in 15th.
I mean, you said there were 2 Redmonds, but there's also 2 Sams.
There's also 2 Lewises.
That's true. It seems like somebody looked at the FER grid and said copy paste.
That's Marcus into the pits, and
oh no. What? Why?
And that is a classic Marcus Tall trait. Retire after one little thing happens. I don't know what happened, but something has. But battle for the lead. You see him going for it down the inside on Sam Davis Day. Can he get it done? And can Sam get a switch back? He's got it done. You see him into the lead of the Grand Prix, and this is a great battle for the race lead heading up to turn 5. Sam going to try hold it round the outside of Yassine. Is he going to try the inside? No, he's not. And that will be Yassine's place for the time being.
Sam needs to be pragmatic here.
Oh, we've a 4-car fight! 4-car fight for P9, and there's contact! That's Jack Redmond off the circuit, and he's on the inside of Lewis McWilliam. Sam Kift caused a lot there. Not of his own fault, they'll just go for the inside! Bold move for Lewis. That move was not on, but he has pulled it off. Fantastic stuff from Lewis McWilliam. Is Jack Redmond going to try it into Yutsau? Yes, he is. He's overshot the corner. He's overshot the corner by a lot. Sam Kift will get it done. Can Borbune get involved here?
There's frustration in this one. If he goes for another dive, it might not end well.
There's a battle for the race lead that we need to focus on as well. Sam Davis Day gonna try make a move. Switches for the outside for this one. Down the retroposter, they touch wheels, and Yassine's going to keep this position as he goes a little bit later in the brakes. Really nice battling. Here's Jack Redmond, gets the move done into the centre S's, but Sam Kift is on the outside, and the retroposter switches to the inside. Liam Redmond looking to get involved in this one on Borbune. Sam's front wing damage, that's what's causing all this.
Yeah, that happened with the collision with Chloe.
Yeah, that was that collision down into turn 4 that's brought him that front wing damage. That's what causing all this, because he was really slow. But that has let folks like Adrian and Chloe do get a little bit of a gap on Lewis and Jack. Or on the mediums. Is Sam Davis Day going to have another go? ERS situation in favour of Yassine. Of course, activating that overtake button gives you a very big boost if the car's not using it in front. Sam has the DRS. He's going to try a very late lunge into the set of S's. No upset of that. Going to take a more smooth line. Can he get a better exit then? The Tunisian in front. He has got a good launch as they head down the retroposter. Is he going to be close enough to try the outside? He's not going to look for anything too drastic as Tyler and Brady are fighting. Brady's gone for a lunge there, but Tyler hasn't been able to defend that. So that one's worked for Brady Pollock. And Brady's now onto the podium, replacing where his teammate Marcus Towell was. It looks like Borbune and Sam Kift have made a bit of contact, and it looks like Liam Redmond is going to look to try get the move done. Going very late in the gears, that's not going to save you fuel. Not that he is, anyways, I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. Thank you to the three people who are watching.
Makes for part of the track as well. Like, I mean, that sector 2, it is hard enough to actually follow my way in, you know, it's just after high speed and then there's some couple of like slows as Tyler
and Brady. Tyler trying to find a way back past the South African born. As Tyler's going to try around the outside at turn 3. That's a splendid move indeed. Really good stuff from Tyler Davison, who has got the job done. That is fantastic stuff. Is Jack going to try and move on Lewis? He's not close enough on this occasion. And this is Liam Redmond and Borbune fighting. Borbune has just pushed him off the track there, unfortunately. Borbune will keep the position for the time being. Jack and Lewis are on very similar pace, but they're now coming up to the back of Adrian Teich. Lewis tries to hold it round the outside of Adrian, but now that's left him open to Jack Redmond.
Well,
and a more important battle, though, we do have a battle for the race lead again. Sam Davis is not quite close enough on this attempt, but he may be close if you think it's a bad run through the Senna S's. I don't think he's going to be close enough unless he does burn a bit of ERS, which you've seen as of more of. I think he should. And now Adrian and Lewis are side by side into the Senna S's. Lewis has got the job done. The man who's cutting through the pack with him, Jack Redmond, get the job done as well. He's going to try what Tyler did, round the outside, does have a lot of overspeed down this retroposter because he does have the slipstream from Lewis, and Adrian's just going to slot in behind and try stick with these guys. Clever decision, if I'm honest, from Adrian there. Brady hasn't given up on the back of Tyler either.
pit stops won't come for a couple of laps yet.
Who mentioned pit stops?
No, but like when pit stops do come around, like it won't happen just yet. But let's see the tyre wear obviously. Well, it isn't that much in Brazil. Sometimes you can feel it a little bit. So
yeah, when the tyres do get old, they do get bad. That is a problem.
Yeah.
Here comes Sam Davis Day, and Lewis and Jack are fighting now as well. So this is going to help Adrian. Lewis has got a terrible run out of the Senna S's, and Jack Redmond's going to try hold this one around the outside.
Love it.
Squeezes through the gap, and he gets the job done. Lewis is going to definitely fight that one back.
The only thing is,
the first pitter of the day as well, Sam Kift in for the hards to change his front wing damage. He will be slow for the second stint, that is for sure.
I don't think the hards are that bad over here.
No, but the mediums and softs will definitely be quicker. As you seen's disconnected.
Oh no.
Oh no, we'll get him an invite now, straight away. Oh, that's really, really disappointing for Yassine, as he was having a fantastic race in the lead. We hope he can get back in without losing too much time. But this is going to be Sam's opportunity to capitalise on this and pull the gap.
No, obviously, if he can get a win straight off the bat, then that is...
Jack Redmond fighting with Chloe Glennon. Chloe trying to keep the car in on these softs. It seems like the mediums these last few laps have absolutely lit up for our previous champion and our championship contender this season, Lewis McWilliam. Although it looks like Chloe's going to fight this one and she's going to try hold it around the outside of the Red Bull. Oh, big lag for Jack. A lot of lag for Jack there. Oh no, Chloe, no. And the Williams has put the Red Bull into the wall. But I think lag may have a little bit to blame for that. Is there front wing damage on the Red Bull? No, there is not, but he is now under threat once again from Adrian Teich, and Tyler has found a way past Yassine, who's disconnected, and so has Brady. Genuinely, I know I said, oh no, Chloe, when that incident happened, I think that was just a racing incident, because the internet for Jack there did not help at all. But here comes Lewis McWilliam. Not burning ERS and had a very, very early short shift there. I know short shifting is meant to be done early, but not 6th gear. Is he going to try it down into the Senna S's? Holes to the inside. What about the Williams? Sticks to the outside, bit of contact. Is the Williams going to hold it? Yes, she does. Well done, Chloe. Keeps this position, but I think Lewis will have this one by the end of the Retroposter. The Renault does have an extreme amount of speed, as the camera angles Codemasters are giving us today are terrible, and they've made contact actually, because he has kept the car into the left-hand side now. That is the line. He forced Jack to on the last time, but here comes Lewis down the inside. They're going to hold it round the outside. It's the Williams, and they've made contact. Lewis has caught that car really, really well. These two.
That's a penalty removal needed now.
These two are tripping over the Williams in front, really, really struggling to find a way past.
And God, the lag here is. Makes you think Jack's gonna just overshoot every single corner, pretty much. On the way I've just seen.
Here comes Jack Redmond. He's gonna have to go the long way around. There's a battle for P2, and he's just ran into the back of the Williams. This is not the cleverest of driving for Jack Redmond. He wants to keep in that toe, and he's squeezed the Williams to the wall. Quite dangerously, actually, because he did squeeze the wall. And then we have a 3-car fight for P2 here. Apologies for not getting that. Legend's gone past Tyler, and he's almost gone past Brady. Legend has really good pace today. Brady has got past Tyler. We're apologies for not picking up on this one sooner. The tyres are coming towards the end of their life, and these are really fighting. Legend now is going to definitely be trying to find a way past Brady Pollock.
Jerome Muller here, he's in a very good position. I mean, he's not too far away from this. And he's on the mediums.
Let's see, can Legend Rosenberg catch up to Brady before they pin and try to find a way past him? They're only to 8/10 behind. There will not be an opportunity, I don't think, into turn 1 or into turn 4. And we'll wait and see as Tyler's in. Tyler has gone for an early stop, and he's going for an undercut, I believe. As there's a side-by-side moment between Lewis and Chloe here. The two, oh, they've made contact on the straight, and Chloe's almost pushed him into the pit lane. Chloe's defending very aggressively, but fairly. Trying to go around the outside. And now Lewis does have this one. He's just got the better exit. And he's gone around the outside of the Williams. But Adrian Teich now is going to try also get past the Williams. The Williams has fallen like an absolute stone in the last 2 laps. Adrian going to try hold it around the outside. This could be a very good move for Adrian. No. Just didn't have the grip. Well, Chloe in P7 is still in a really good position. She wasn't going to be fighting Jack or Lewis anyways today. They both had poor qualifyings. And they've both found a way past. Here comes Legend though, speaking of finding a way past. Can he find one past Brady Pollock, who is in 2nd position, 4.7 seconds off the lead of this Grand Prix. Legend's in. I think Legend might be trying to cover the undercut that Tyler Davison went for. Now we really need to see where he's going to come in relation to the Williams and Jerome. Oh no, Jerome passing Legend, yeah. Adrian Tyson going to try and go down the inside of the Williams. Oh, very late move for the Williams. That could have been ending in a end of a race moment for both of these. Adrian hooks to the inside, and they've made contact. Tyler, however, has jumped Legend. He's come out well in front of Legend. That means the undercut's powerful. He should be telling his teammate that to box this lap.
Well, yeah, I would assume that his teammate.
Of course, Williams have always had good results around here. Because there was no racing here in Season 1. In Season 2, they did have good results. Because I can't remember what it is. And in Season 3, they had one finishing P2. And Chloe, P10. Is Adrian going to try another move? Brady and Sam both into the pits, meaning Jerome Muller will take the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. He'll be sticking out to about lap 20 to maximise the medium compound tyres. And Sam is going to come out behind his teammate and behind Lewis. Is Sam
that
Davis going to
seems
get
like-
ahead of Adrian Tice, though? Could be crucial because he will struggle to get past the Alfa Romeo. Yes, he does. Gets out in front. And Tyler and Brady got to be really close. So is Legend.
Right in between,
Legend
nearly.
is going to try get 2 and 1. And he's going to try round the outside. He's got it done. Legend
Oh,
Rosenberg.
disconnect.
Legend with an absolute beautiful move on Tyler and Brady. Really good racing from the Aston Martin. Well, Racing Point soon to become Aston Martin. He's taken P6 and a crucial position in this Grand Prix. This is now a net P2, and he needs to try catch up to Sam Davis Day, who is just a few corners in front. Sam is now going to try get past his old teammate Lewis. Of course, him and Lewis didn't end on the best of terms. So I wonder, will we see Lewis fighting this one? I imagine we will. Can't find a way past just yet. This looks to seem to be... Oh, that's just Liam Redmond passing Yassine, who's down to 11th. And even if he did join back now, he's in a terrible position. As this yellow flag is like 2, it's Lewis Lampard. Lewis Lampard has gone off. And sadly, he won't be scoring points today, I don't think. As he is down to 14th position.
For reference, Yassine, his power cut. That's what caused it.
Oh, that's very unfortunate for Yassine. That's very, very unfortunate for Yassine. He was driving a great race. He really was. I have to hand it to him. He was driving a very good race. Sam Davis Day, the man who he's fighting, is struggling to get past Lewis McWilliam now. So here he comes. ERS activated. Gonna try the outside. He's going to try the outside. This is going to be a difficult one if he wants to pull off, because Lewis will have the speed. But Sam Davis Day wants to win today, and he has got the job done. The next man he needs to get past is his teammate. He's got past the next teammate. He's trying to go past his current one.
Well, this should be a bit of an easier
Sam
job.
has light wing damage. Sam has light wing damage, and it is the fault of Lewis McWilliam.
Ooh,
So Sam is going to be a little bit slower now, and we can't see on the gaps. Legend is slowly catching, but Legend is going for an Adrian Tice. That's an ooh, they've made contact. They've made contact. Has Adrian suffered some wing damage from that? He's only in the box. No, he hasn't boxed yet. He will be boxing in a couple of laps' time. Is Jack letting Sam through? Yes, he is, and that's how you work as Red Bull teammates, and that's what Lewis and Sam needed to learn last season. The two Red Bulls, of course, here last season crashed into each other. So Sam is now on the charge. Legend needs to get past Lewis, who he will get past, because Lewis may be in a Renault, but he is an actual Aston Martin driver. It's just he did join late and the seat had already been filled for today. So Legend will get straight past Lewis. Legend's made a mistake into Yun Sao, actually. Legend made a mistake in Sao. Tyler needs to find a way past Adrian Tice, and so does Brady Pollock. Tyler's going to go for the inside. Adrian needs to box soon, and they've made a bit of contact, actually. Adrian seems to be a bit of a Williams magnet today.
Interesting, interesting, well, Brady's now going for it, Tyler.
Brady trying down the inside on Tyler. These two having an almighty scrap today, and that is Brady Pollock, who will keep P6. Is Tyler going to try the outside? If he could pull the outside, he might get overtake of the season in the first round. Would be an interesting one for sure. Of course, overtaking the season cannot be decided in the first round. That would be stupid. Jerome now has did a phenomenal job leading this race, but he does still need to make a pit stop.
Well, yeah, he will need to make a pit stop soon enough.
Lap 20, I believe, is what he will be pitting on.
Yeah, usually around then.
As Sam is extending the gap to Legend, purely because Legend is stuck behind cars. Tyler is behind Brady, just behind Brady. And there is a little bit of a battle. No, sorry, that's just scenes. AI car. So, lap 20. We may be seeing the medium runners pit now, and we will find the actual positions in this Grand Prix. Legend wants them to pit this lap, that's for sure, because he is catching up to them.
Well, yeah, he's catching up to Lewis, and that will bring him in along with...
Now there's Jerome Muller in the pits, for his one and only stop, hopefully, in this race. Jack Redmond is in the pits. Lewis McWilliam is in the pits, and that unleashes Legend Rosenberg. It's Dutchman versus Dutchman. He now needs to catch Sam Davisday. The gap is 3.1. It was 4.7 before the pit stops. Let's see what can Legend Rosenberg can do. Can we get an almighty fight for this race win? It will be a great way to start the season. Jerome Muller has come out. I think he's come out in P5, so he's gained positions. Jack is going to come out. He's going to come out just in front of the Williams, but the Williams now maybe side by side with the Red Bull. No, Lewis has lost a lot of time in that. Jack has not. Jack's gained. He's in 6th. Lewis is now in 9th. Lewis is now trying to get past Liam Redmond, the other Redmond on the grid. He's going to go for it. This could be a very silly move, Lewis. No, brakes a lot later. Clever racing from Lewis. I know it's maybe stupid at first, but that is quite clever. Adrian Tice also made his box that lap, by the way. He's now in 10th. Gap has increased at the front of the grid. Sam is doing a good job. And Sam, they both have similar levels of ERS, so both doing a good job. Brady and Tyler do seem to be catching Legend as well, so we may get a 4-car scrap at the end of this race if all plays out correctly.
Although Legend is losing time to Sam.
He seems to be gaining on the straights.
Yeah,
there's no damage or anything on the racing point. Of course, Sam did get pole, and Legend didn't get 2 runs in qualifying. But he did seem to have good original pace. He was flying through the grid when, after he oh, he's picked up a penalty. Oh, that just makes it, now he needs to gain double. He needs to gain 3, get past, and gain another 6. Not good for Legend. This brings Brady and Tyler back in. The P3 merchant, Mr. Tyler Davison, is going to have to do it again.
Well, he's on for P3 at the moment.
I know. It would be funny, I think, if he could keep that. His teammates down in P7, currently ahead of Lewis McWilliam, who has a penalty. So, if all goes wrong for Lewis, it could be an excellent result for the Williams team.
Well, Williams haven't had the best of starts this season, but they do tend to get better as the season goes on. As you then see some results pick up eventually.
Yes, of course, even that goes back to season 1 even. Jack, of course, 3rd in the championship, and his teammate Harry Delaney, was terrible.
Chloe just broke her wing.
That may be the biggest commentator's curse I've ever seen.
Oh, no. She just lost the car when braking for turn 1.
That is a mistake she made last season here as well. Oh, that's really, really unfortunate, and I think we've commentated cursed that one. So we were just talking about how Williams...
I'll take the blame in this one.
We were just talking about how Williams have poor starts to the season. They're still not having a poor start as close to the points, but Mr. Borbune's going to take that one.
I know, but you just got the pit though.
Yeah, and it's AI actually. It's just un-AI'd. Borbune will take P10, although Borbune's going to have to pit again. He's on 11 lap old softs. Tyler has gone for a move on Brady. Of course, Tyler now up into P3, making amends in turn 1 for Williams' poor fortune there on the previous lap. That was fancy. I don't think I've ever said made amends before on one of these streams, have I, Brendan?
No. You said redeemed and all that, but I don't think you said amends.
There goes Sam Kift past the Williams of Lloyd Lennon, who can't even take the corner flat out. Sam is fishtailing the car. If he ended up in the wall there, that would be absolutely ridiculous. Borbune's in the pits as well. He was on old softs. And that is... Oh, that's a bit of contact between Adrian Tice and Liam Redmond. gap up the front is still 3 seconds, so Sam is managing this one well. Legends gaining, but he doesn't even be gaining enough because he has that 3-second penalty. And then if you could check warnings for Sam Davis, say that would come in handy, I believe.
Yeah, personal task right here. All clean, not a single one.
Sam in a very comfortable position now. Looks like Chloe, I think, is going to get out ahead, just ahead of Lewis Lampard. And that is Legend lapping the Williams now, so they are both a lap down. So if there's a safety car that comes out, well, unfortunately, they will stay a lap down.
No, I can't go. No, the immediate run would be pitting. She'd be able to get out. She'd be unlapped then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
well, she can go for fastest lap, 100% DRS, saving fuel obviously, and can belt in a fastest lap. It will give a point, because you do get a point for a fastest lap outside of the top 10 here. Because it's to encourage the drivers, of course, not to just retire as soon as something bad happens, and they can still get a point even for a bit of misfortune. Although that one wasn't misfortune, it was driver error on this case. Brady and Tyler, both on a similar level of ERS. Brady in the Mercedes. Of course, started his F4 career in the Mercedes, and he's back in one now. We'll wait and see, can he find a way past? Of course, these two have been in a deep dog battle all race, and Legends really pulled in. Because he did have DRS for the last 2 laps. He's pulled in another second on Mr. Davis Day in front. Of course, he will still be going for the win, because he doesn't know Sam's no warnings. There's always the possibility that Sam could still get a penalty if he has a terrible lap and picks up 3 warnings in one. Of course, another man to watch, Jerome Muller, 2 seconds behind Brady and Tyler. Of course, he did the reverse strat last season, and unfortunately, as he was gaining pace and catching up, had a collision. And Lewis as well, and Jack. Jack's 12 seconds behind Jerome, so he won't be catching up. As Borbune, oh no, sorry, that's your scenes AI into the pits. For a set of softs to the end, and it looks like Holly hasn't managed to set the fastest lap on that occasion.
See, some other people are running soft tyres. The fastest lap at the moment, I believe, belongs to Jerome. He's on the way to 6.
Yeah, like I said, a 1:09.0, so 4/10 off, I'm afraid. Could be here. You could have enough time to save the RS and go again. But still, 2 DNFs, and there is a chance of points still for the Williams, who was running such a good race. Brady is, sorry, I've got to the leader now. I was wondering what happened. Brady is still 5/10 behind Tyler with 9 laps to go, and it's all spicing up at the top. Or I was going to say it is, because Legends lost time on these last 2 laps to Sam. There's always a possibility of late safety cars here, so I would not be surprised if we do have a crash and a safety car come out. Jerome now within the DRS of these 2 in front. He could be going for a podium here, his 2nd ever F4 podium. As he's really close to these, he could fly past. The thing is, he could even catch up to his provisional teammate for tonight. Of course, he's scoring points for Renault. That is the reserve team he's been put in, because Lewis is here and then they are just in the incorrect cars. Really close now for Jerome Muller.
You see, in 13th. He's disconnected again.
Oh, did he join back?
He joined back, I believe.
I don't think so, because...
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'll send him another invite just in case, I'm not quite sure. Because I thought he had joined back. Because I saw him pin the same lap as Tyler.
Oh, Legends had a wobble. Eddie Unsau almost lost the car. Good save for Legend Rosenberg there, who is now 2 seconds behind Sam Davis Day. Once he gets in the DRS, if he gets in the DRS, he will start closing in a huge chunk more, but he's nowhere near getting to that point yet. As that is Brady, as is Tyler, losing 2 positions because Jerome Muller has almost got 2 positions in one corner. He's tried around the outside and there's contact. Tyler's got to try.
Tyler's going to get back though, maybe.
He's got to try what Max Verstappen did in the wet in 2016. Really good ding-dong battle now between 3 cars. Jerome going for Brady. He's got Tyler on the main straight, but Brady defends really, really well to hold this podium position. And is Tyler going to try around the outside? He's got a lot of speed. And he's going to try it into turn 4. No, backs out. Clever option for Tyler, and it's Jerome Muller going to go for it down the inside into this corner. Brady's defended. Brady Pollock has defended very, very well into that corner, so he will keep P3 and they will go for it again on the main straight. Jerome has a lot less ERS than Tyler, and so does Brady have a lot less ERS than Tyler, but Jerome is on a fresh set of softs. Well, not as fresh now, they did 7 laps, but they are still a lot fresher than 12 lap old mediums. Here we go again. Tyler burning the ERS to keep up with these two, maximise any sort of opportunity. But here comes Jerome Muller, switches to the outside. Gonna be a difficult one to get the outside, but he does have a lot of overspeed. And here comes Tyler down the middle of the 2! What a move from Tyler! Now somebody's been spun! Oh, it was so...
Williams hitting that wall in one race. And I apologise to Khalil for cursing him.
That is another... Williams in the wall at the centre S's. Oh, it was going to be very nice. Very nice result for Tyler, and it was going to be a very nice overtake. But not thankfully, what am I saying? He has not got that move, and that's all gone into chaos. Jerome Muller is on the podium now. Legend
I think he meant unfortunately. Or
yeah.
Something like that.
Lewis is now in the DRS and Jack Redmond. There could be a scrap for P6 here. Of course, Lewis can get his penalty removed if he didn't pick up any warnings. Jack cannot, because he got it himself. Does Tyler have wing damage? I imagine so. Yes, he does. But he's 5.6 seconds ahead of Jack Redmond, and he should be able to keep this P5.
No, he's boxing.
And he's into the pits. Obviously can't manage that wing damage, and Williams' day. We said earlier they were having a good start with Tyler in P3. Tyler in P2, sorry, Chloe in P6, and now it is looking like no points will be scored for Williams.
No, they will score points. But Tyler won't fall down that much, I think. As P10 is only
he'll come out. He'll come out in P9. But it's not as many points as a second and a sixth would have been. Look at Legend, really closing in on Sam Davis say now we could get a last lap ding dong here if Legend keeps up this pace.
But obviously, it's penalty.
Still, regardless of the penalty, it'd be nice to have a late battle in this one.
Yeah. Well... Yeah. Just for you to know, it's actually called the Senna S, not S's.
1, 2, 3 corners, S's. I know, it's the Senna S, but it's commentary and I'm speaking very quickly.
Wouldn't S be quicker than S is?
Okay, Brendan, I get the point now. Lewis has gone for it on Jack Redmond, down into turn number 1. And he's got the move done as Lewis, so Lewis putting the former champion in his place with that move. Very nice stuff for the Renault, but is Jack going to find this one back? They both have no ERS. They're both on 0. Lewis on 3 now, but Jack is on 0. So they've both been pushing quite a lot to see who will take P5 in this Grand Prix. Of course, we consider them to be the championship challengers. As Lewis Lampard has been disqualified.
Multiple penalties. What?
He's got 27 seconds of penalties and he is now being disqualified.
What in the name?
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the first legitimate disqualification due to penalties in 4 seasons of Formula Virtual Racing. Not a good debut. As a main driver for Lewis Lampard, he's been disqualified and will finish 15th.
Oh dear.
Oh dear is correct.
Well,
Khalil saying, Lewis, that doesn't look like pink Aston Martin. Yes, he did join late, so he's in the Renault. Will still score points for Aston Martin, but he's not in the car today.
His McLaren teammate, sitting out in P8, and will score some decent points on their first ever FER race, so well done to Liam Redmond.
Yes, of course, we've 2 Redmonds now. Just for those who have only started watching, Tyler Davison says the fastest lap of the race. So from one Williams to another, from one Williams trying and not getting to one Williams getting the fastest lap. Has gone to Tyler Davison. Gap up the front, 1.2 seconds, almost in DRS range for Legend Rosenberg. This could be very, very tasty towards the end of the race. Of course, Legend doesn't have penalties, so we would need Sam to pick up one. Could you recheck Sam's warnings?
Again, I would assume it'd be nothing.
Yeah, me too, but just in case.
Yeah, nothing.
Clean slate for Sam Davis Day. Is Legend going to get DRS? Yes, he is. He's gone past the activation point, so we won't get it on this straight, but we will get it on the next one. 2 laps to go here, and it's all for nothing for Legend. All or nothing. Did I say all for nothing?
You might have.
Lewis Lampard saying the car felt terrible. It's so much oversteer and understeer. First time racing on this track in this game. Couldn't have gone worse. Yeah, it was an unlucky race, really, from Lewis Lampard's point of view. I think he will be. He'll be back even stronger next week, however. But Legend needs to get into DRS, and he needs to get into it now. He's dropped to 1/10 of a second out, so Sam has did what he needs to do. Here is the activation point just after this corner, and he's not in it, and he won't get it. But he does have good straight line speed. He's not in it. No DRS for Legend Rosenberg. On this occasion, there's the DRS line, and his back wing isn't open. But 0.8 of a second with 2 laps to go. It's all could happen here. He's going to get DRS on this occasion, and that's going to drag him even closer to the rear wing of the Red Bull. He could go for something on the final lap of the race, and if he can pull it off, that will be quite spectacular, but of course doesn't have that penalty.
Hang on, I will check his warnings, because maybe he just has to... Yeah, he only has the 3 warnings for that specific penalty.
So the thing is, he could get that removed. Because remember, he did go miles off the track to let everyone back through. He could have got something for that.
I don't think he did, though.
Here it is, though. Final lap of the Grand Prix. We will be going on 0.7 of the second. It's the gap between Sam Davis Day and Legend. Legend's got a poor exit out of that corner, and that might cost him a chance at a victory. Hu Yun-Sao for the second final time. DRS will be open. If he gets a flyer through the centre S and gets a good exit, he may get a run on Sam Davis Day. Here he goes, down to turn 1, gaining and gaining and gaining. He's not going to be close enough on this occasion. Has to try it on the Retroposta. Does he get a better exit than Sam? He does. Sam's got a poor one. Sam hasn't got the best of exits. Into the DRS comes Legend Rosenberg. It's the final lap of the Grand Prix, and he's got to try it. To the inside goes the Aston Martin. And they've made contact! And they've made contact! And Legend is around and will not be taking the win today. Ooh, that one's controversial. That one is controversial. It will be a double podium for Racing Point, but of course your own points are scored for Renault. Oh, we were taken away over a very nice battle there between Sam and Legend. Hu Yun-Sao, and he's going to start this season with what he couldn't do last season. Challenged for the championship last season, but did not score a single win. Rounds the final few corners. Sam Davis Day will take the win in Brazil and get the season rocking and rolling. Legend comes home in P2. Jeroen Muller will take that P2 straight off him if he can't get that penalty removed. Brady Pollock will also take that one. I think that's just a glitch because...
Oh yeah, Legends disconnect, remember?
Yes, Legend disconnect. Lewis McWilliam will come home P5. Jack Redmond P6. Adrian Tice, with a strong result, will come home 7th. Sorry, he'll come home 8th as Tyler doesn't have a penalty and Adrian does. So he'll come home in 8th position. Tyler will come home in 7th after what could have been a podium. And then Liam Redmond will come home 9th and Sam Kift will come home 10th ahead of Borbune in 11th. Probably 12th, and then you've seen, of course, with that disconnect in 13th. There is Sam Kift coming home across the... He almost didn't finish the race there.
That would have been a bad, very bad.
Yes, it would. That is the first race in which we will be hearing from Sam, Giron and Legend, because I believe Legend has kept the podium in a few moments' time. We will just double check though. As the podium just taking a second to load. Here it is. There is your winner, Sam Davestay, starting off the season like he couldn't last. There is the podium, of course. Your final race results, Sam Davestay wins ahead of Jerome Muller in second place. That reverse strategy proved to be godly. Brady Pollock in third, which is fourth. Legend in fourth. And Legend has said that he can do an interview, and I'm sure Sam can too. Lewis in fifth, Jack Redmond in sixth, Tyler in seventh, Adrian in eighth, Liam Redmond in 9th, Sam Kint in 10th, Popune in 11th, Chloe in 12th, and Yassine in 13th, and the non-finishers, Marcus Thal in 14th, and Lewis Lampard ending his season sadly disqualified from the Grand Prix. But that is the first race, and the two men who were involved in the battle for the first race win have now joined us. Sam, Legend, hello. Hopefully Jerome will be joining us in a moment's time. And if you could just make sure you have your audio sharing settings on, that would be excellent.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, thank you. And of course, if you have any questions for the winning drivers, do pop them in the stream chat. Of course, we can't ask them because me and Brendan never seem to have any inspiration. One comment, Liam Redmond, isn't there a Jack Redmond in this league? Yes, he was the Red Bull who finished in P6. That was Jack Redmond. There's two Redmonds on the grid now. Has Jerome joined us? I haven't seen.
Yeah, he's joined.
Hello, Jerome. Right, we shall start Sam and Legend. Firstly, we have to address the elephant in the room. What happened on that last lap incident?
Yeah, I think it was a racing incident. It happened to me a couple times last season in the last race. I mean, I left enough room for my feeling. I'm happy to share my POV of the incident, but for my feeling, I left enough room and he braked a bit too late, which led to him spinning.
Yeah, we had another incident there with Jack Redmond and Chloe Lennon there. That one has ended in an argument in the F1 Atlantic chat. Thankfully yours hasn't. Legend, I'm going to ask you your feelings on that final lap. Do you think Sam could have done more to avoid the crash?
No, you know, it was a big risk from my side. You know, I tried something on the last lap. I had the penalty, so I really thought I should give it a try, and yeah, he left enough space. I just braked a bit too late. But I will look back at the footage and see exactly what happened, but I will not blame him.
And Legend, when you went wide, really wide, I take it that was you letting everyone through for the brilliance by Masters.
I had the disconnect, and I was planning on not even driving anymore, but then I saw there was a little chance, so I joined back and I saw I was on in a lead, and I knew I would have got a penalty for that, so I left everyone past.
Yes, I can confirm you won't get a penalty for that because you did let everyone through.
Yeah, I did it in, I think P9. I was starting P9, so I let everyone past who was in P1 to P8.
And finally, Jerome. That was a great race from you. You did fantastic on the reverse strategy. Yeah, there was an incident at turn 1.
Jeroen, they can't hear you on the stream.
Yes, we don't hear it.
We will have Jerome now in a moment.
Ja, je moet naar party-instellingen en dan...
Yeah, it's fun. Yes, people can hear me. I had a shite start, so that's about it. Went aggressive, then came with the reverse threat. The softs were quite good. I had bad luck that we didn't have our annually safety car, but whatever. And I got P2, so that's
I thought I might have to avoid bleeping out his curse words, but you said it again, so I guess there we go.
Yeah, because
Brendan.
I'm a nice fella. I'm nice.
Brendan, any questions for the guys?
Not really, but I guess the Sam and Legend, Ice, some of the championships the main target, and well, this is all for both of you. It's be a fairly good start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit sorry for Skills Virus. I think he just had a disconnect.
His internet's power went.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, we had a good fight. I think that could have been something. But yeah, anyway, congrats to Legend also, and let's have a great title fight.
Evan, you better post my overtakes at the start of the race, because those were fucking sick.
And there we go, another bleep. No, I will try and post them, of course.
You should post them, they were insane.
That's if I caught them. That's if I caught them, of course, but I think that is all the questions we do have. We've no questions in the stream. Thank you, brother, for telling us that Jerome, we couldn't hear Jerome, because it would have been a bit annoying when I went to and thank you for the friend request, Jerome. That's going to stop me from asking you for your PSN every week. Brendan, who wins the Formula 1 Safety Award? Not that we ever keep track of that anymore, but we may as well give it out.
Jerome.
Yes.
Well done, Jerome. That is all we do have time for here. We do hope you enjoyed the opening race this season. It was a very interesting race, of course. And make sure to join us next week in Bahrain. We will see you then. No, because I can't say anything different.